What you see in front of you today is a lot of different hydrogen water bottles. All of these bottles make hydrogen. Not all hydrogen bottles are safe for you, and I want to demonstrate why a bottle can be safe for you to drink. Some of these bottles that you see here generate chlorine and ozone gas, and they put it into your water. You're not expecting it, but you're drinking chlorine and you're drinking ozone. And I want to tell you why 95% of the bottles on the market put chlorine and ozone and other byproducts into the water you're drinking. Hydrogen-rich water. In the bottom of every hydrogen water bottle is a hydrogen generator. What this hydrogen generator does is it takes the water that you've poured into the top, and it has a generator in the bottom that splits water, which is H2O, into 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. So when this is done, it splits the water and you get the hydrogen and oxygen gas that bubbles up through your water. Now in this generator, it has 2 plates, and hydrogen and oxygen is generated on these plates by putting electricity across these plates. Electricity splits the water into the gas that you see bubbling up through the bottle. Now, the positive plate is the plate that generates the oxygen. The negative plate is the plate that generates the hydrogen. And that's how these work. I'm going to take apart one of these bottles and show you what the generator looks like, and show you these positive and negative plates that I'm speaking of. Okay, here you can see the plates. If you remember, the glass connects in like this, and your water is poured right in, and in the bottom you can see the plates where the hydrogen and oxygen is generated. If you look closely, there's 2 separate plates in there. One of them is going to be your positive plate, and one is going to be your negative plate. On the negative plate is where your hydrogen will be generated, and on the positive plate is where the oxygen, chlorine, ozone, and other byproducts are generated on that plate. And they're directly in your drinking water. On these 2 bottles here, a PEM dual chamber technology, the plates are separated by a membrane. The generator in this bottle looks like this. This is the generator. You can see the negative plate. It's just 1 plate. The positive plate, you can't see, it's on the inside. But the plates look like this. 2 separate plates that are put together. And in between that plate is a membrane. This is a non-permeable membrane. Nothing can get through this except electrons. And that's placed in between the 2 plates. As you can see in the bottom of the generator, that is your negative plate. That is the plate that generates hydrogen. The positive plate is isolated by that membrane so that the oxygen, ozone, chlorine, and other byproducts are ejected out the bottom of the generator through this hole right here. It separates the harmful byproducts from your drinking water. Just for the sake of proving this to you, I have a test that we're going to do. We're going to use some chlorine drops. In this test, this will show if there's chlorine in the water or not. So what we're going to do, we're going to take one of the bottles that is saturating the market by over 95%. 95% of the hydrogen bottles on the market use this technology. We're going to fill this with water, we're going to turn it on, and we're going to see if it's... Okay, I have the 2 bottles set up now. I'm going to go ahead and start them, and we'll run them for the same amount of time, the 7 minutes. And you can see both bottles have approximately same amount of water in them. I also have some strips here that test for ozone. We're going to test for ozone in both of these bottles. So I'll be back in 7 minutes when the process is completed. Okay, you can see both the bottles have finished their process of making hydrogen. We're going to go ahead and test for chlorine. And when you put these drops in, it'll turn the water a yellow tint if there's chlorine in the water. Let's first try the PEM bottle. 4 drops in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll go ahead and stir it up a little bit. So you can see, now if you look at the water, you can see that the water is still crystal clear, indicating there is no chlorine in this water. Now let's put 4 drops in this bottle. Look at that right away. You can see that it's turned yellow, almost an orange color. There's a significant amount of chlorine in this water, and you can actually smell it. It smells like a swimming pool. So if you have a bottle like this and you think it has kind of a weird smell, that's chlorine. Chlorine in your drinking water. So you might as well be drinking hydrogen chlorine pool water. Okay, we are also going to test for ozone. This is a little strip put into the water, and it has a little gauge on the back to tell you how much ozone is in your water. Take the PEM bottle, go ahead and put it down there into the water. They want you to put it there for 10 seconds. And we're supposed to wait 20 seconds. And we'll put it up to the little gauge here and see if there's any ozone in the water. Okay, as you can see, hopefully that's coming out good. We're about this color here, which indicates no ozone in the water. Okay, let's do a strip on the other bottle. Do this for 10 seconds. That's approximately 10 seconds. I want us to wait 20 seconds. And I can tell right away. Let's see what we've got. Because that kind of shows better. Looks like we're probably into the 0.5 or greater ppm, parts per million, of ozone in the water. And just to show you the other strip, hopefully that's coming out good on the camera. No ozone. And ozone, if I hold the strips together, the one on the right is the standard bottle, and the one on the left is the PEM bottle. So you can clearly see that you're getting chlorine and ozone in your drinking water. Also, oxygen is being put in. Oxygen is not bad for you, but the chlorine and the ozone is.